Siguro nang na-highlight ng Baguio last February before the issuance of the ECQ status, ang ating presidente, immediately we already implemented a community containment measures in the city of Baguio. One of the highlights of that is we canceled all the big events in February in anticipation for this pandemic. Second is we already declared a community quarantine. We figured out was contact tracing. Siguro nakatulong yung pagiging PNP ko and the lessons that we learned in the Philippine National Police. We have a good team, very dynamic team in the city of Baguio. We have a very cooperative community. Sa Cebu, in-enhance nila yung kanilang contact tracing, nag-commit sila ng mga tao, tapos sinabayan ng testing, tapos yung mga isolation units. Basically, yung concept ng PDITR, look what is happening now in Cebu. Significantly, bumaba rin.
Well, una, we focused on the three main competencies na ibinigay sa atin, which is to test, trace, and to isolate. Pagdating sa larangan ng testing, una kaming local government unit na nakapag-localize mass testing. Pangalawa, meron kaming sarili na naming molecular laboratory, yung Valenzuela Hope. So in full capacity, it can do as much as 700 to 800 samples. When it comes to tracing, we came up with three major initiatives. Number one, we set up the Mega Contact Tracing Center. It's a call center setup with 160 workers, all doctors, nurses, or allied medical fields. Massive yung information campaign namin. Ang sinasabi namin sa mga mamamayan, kapag ikaw may nararamdaman, ikaw may simptomas, or ikaw ay na-expose, huwag kang mag-atubiling tumawag. Now, when it comes to isolation, we are currently running 1,200 beds spread across 14 isolation units. Kasama na dyan yung bagong tayo ng IATF, DPWH na isolation center namin. Importante ito sa amin dahil kami ang isa sa kauna-unahang LGU, kung hindi, one of the two that I know of, na talagang strictly no home quarantine. So if you ask me right now kung may positive sa community, zero. Because all of them are accounted for. They're all in our isolation centers.
Sa Marikina, sinikap natin magkaroon ng sariling diagnostic laboratory o testing center. If we have the capacity for testing, matutukoy natin kung sino yung carrier. Sa ganon, magagamot natin agad, mabibigay natin yung kinakailangang supportive medical treatment. At pinaka-importante, makukontain natin at hindi na makakahawa pa ng iba. Ang testing natin, on the average, 600 to 800 tayo a day. So, we're going beyond the average. Ang best practice siguro magagawa ng bawat local government is to simply follow the national directive, having the capacity to test, to trace, to treat, to contain, and more importantly, to reintegrate.
We have made a very unique program that is to plant a vegetable to augment our food supplies, and we have divided into three. First, we called all the barangay captains to build a community garden in their barangay. We provide them with funds, provide them with seedlings and fertilizers. And of course, the local government find an area that we could promote, created a survival garden at 21 hectares in which we plant our vegetable and we give all of our vegetables doon sa mga mamamayan natin for free. We have tapped our indigenous people to spearhead the planting because this is a very good area for vegetable growing.
Nang tayo mag-lockdown, ang Las Piñas, isa sa may pinakamabang income in terms of revenue. But siguro kasi tayo dahil tayo ngayon ay isa sa may pinakamababa na active. Kaya nasunod tayo dahil Lahat ng bagay basta pinagpilinan, makakain natin ito. So, siguro, ang best practice na ginawa namin since March, through video, papakita namin sa inyo.
In the management of in Las Piñas, binase po namin sa 5K: kalusugan, kabuhayan, kaayusan, kaalaman, at kinabukasan. So ito man po yung mga best practices na ginawa namin. Isa dito ay isang community palengke project. Nilapit po namin ang palengke sa mga community para maiwasan po ang hawahan. Meron ho kaming Las Piñas News. Ito po ay araw-araw ginagawa. Las Piñas Servicio Express, Special Operations Relief. Ito po yung nagre-request naman sa aming social media account ng mga needs nila. Tinutugunan po ng city mayor natin yan.
In the beginning, talagang bumulusok ang positive na ROF-LSI. Dahil kunti lang ang local cases natin that time. There was a time na mga 88% were ROF-LSI positive, no? So 12% lang ang local. And that was quite disturbing. So, obserbahan ko rin, ibang mga LGU started declining. We stood our ground. Sabi ko, kaysa i-decline mo, saan sila pupunta? At saka, magiging problema sila elsewhere. So I would rather na pauwiin na, basta asikasuhin natin.
Code M means contain, delay, and mitigate. I was fortunate and grateful to the British government. Plan was shared to me during my visit in London and immediately adopted it and start the ball rolling. First quarantine facilities was built for people awaiting for result because they are suspected and probable. Then it became confirmed cases, quarantine facility, but asymptomatic. Then it evolved again. Part of it became quarantine facilities, confirmed cases with preconditions like mga nagda-dialysis. So meron kami quarantine facilities sa mga nagda-dialysis na positive sa COVID-19. Then meron din kami quarantine facility confirmed cases na pregnant women. So, nag-evolve lang siya na nag-evolve. Nakatulong siya sa gastusin ng empleyado, nakatulong din siya sa gastusin ng employer.
Well, first of all, I think what was very outstanding is community kitchens. Operated 240 community kitchens all over the barangays. And the city purchased chicken, pork, vegetables, noodles with the different daycare workers, together with the volunteers coming from the 4Ps, cooked and delivered to the residents in the barangay. Another outstanding innovation which Iloilo City came up with was the Ilonggo Pandesal. Manufacturers of flour and other distributors of sugar and other ingredients donated the ingredient, with all the bakeries in Iloilo developed into what we call the Ilonggo Pandesal, which were distributed every day to all the Ilonggos.
When COVID came here, there were deaths. And we were having a difficult time where we're going to bring our bodies. Nobody was accepting our dead bodies because Pasay was full, Laguna was full. So what did we do? We have to find a solution to the problem. We created our own crematorium. So we are only the LGU that created our own crematorium for the COVID situation to address the problem. So now this crematorium, we do the cremation, of course, because of the IATF policy that within 12 hours, the body should be cremated.
Yung tagiginfo.com, binuo namin yan nung panahon lang ng pandemya. Lahat ng integrated na mga issuances ng national at local, mahahanap nyo ho dyan. Pwede ho kayo mag-testing, pumunta ho kayo sa tagiginfo.com.
Bakit ho ba tayo merong robo-nurse? Nagsimula ho yan sa napakagandang programa ng ating City Health Office, ng ating mga health centers doon sa telemedicine. Yung robo-nurse ho naman, ginamit natin yung parehong teknolohiyang yan at gagamitin natin dito sa quarantine facilities natin para ho kung hindi na kailangan lumapit ho sa pasyente, asymptomatic naman o mild ang kaso, mangongolekta lang nung kanilang daily assessment form, hindi na kailangan ho ma-expose ng ating frontliners.
I'm really satisfied with the response of the local government. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, mga kababayan ko, huwag kayo masyadong maniwala dyan sa mga atake-atake na ano. It would just muddle up your mind. Nandito kami, our purpose is to serve and to work. If we cannot serve, if we cannot work, then we might as well get out of government and ask somebody else to take over.
COVID-19 will never go away. Hindi po mawawala yan. So what are we going to do? We need to learn how to coexist with COVID-19. We need to learn to live with COVID-19. We need to learn how to function with COVID-19. And we need to know how to do business with COVID-19 in our environment. Please trust your government. Basta laging handa at sama-sama, kaya po natin ito.